Good afternoon, everyone in Italy, or if you're joining from the US, good morning, or it's lunchtime, wherever you are. It is my pleasure to introduce YSI Initiative along with Cesca, our head of research and leader of our Italian chapter. Some intros, starting with Cesca.
Hello, can you hear me? Perfect.
Yes.
So I'm a medical student from Lancaster University. I'm now a fifth year, and I recently became the head of research this January. I became also leader
I'm,
of the Italian chapter. Oh, sorry. Go on, go on.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I became leader of the Italian chapter in May, but I will talk about it a little bit later. We haven't done any events because of the exam session during summer.
I'm Amirali, the founder and executive director of YSI Initiative. I am currently a neuroscience student at the University of Washington in Seattle, but I grew up just up north in Vancouver, Canada. I have an endless drive to explore, learn, and create to make a positive difference in my own life and the lives of others, which is part of the motivating factor for starting Youth STEM Initiative in the first place. Okay, so Youth STEM Initiative is a youth-led science organization I launched almost exactly 2 years ago in August 2023. Now, the story of how I founded it, so in the summer of 2023, I was looking for youth-run STEM organizations to join, a place to publish my writing and to connect with like-minded people around my age. And I actually applied to a few organizations, a few of which are now the partners of YSI and joined. And being part of these organizations was great, but they were each lacking something. And I also felt like I had the skills and leadership qualities to make and lead one myself. So this led to the idea of why not make my own science organization run by students for students. And the goal of this wouldn't be just to provide a place um, where students can publish their work in STEM, but also to increase accessibility to STEM education through courses and hosting webinars so that students globally can learn new material and gain insights into careers in STEM by hearing from scientists in the field. And tada, Youth STEM Initiative was born. Although there were a lot of challenges at first from finding the right people to work with, putting it out there through social media, etc., thinking of things we can do, and more importantly, how we can do them. But the beauty of it is that you can figure out a lot of it by taking action, trying out different things, learning from others, getting feedback, and eventually creating programs and initiatives that make a difference. And Youth STEM Initiative is important because it's not just one initiative, it's a combination of initiatives. With new ones being developed all the time, we have research writing and publishing, workshops, webinars, course creation, chapters, mentorship programs, and our latest one, a podcast, which we'll cover in more detail later. So what are the main goals of YSI Initiative? At first, I didn't envision making so many initiatives. The main goal originally was to allow students, mainly in high school or early undergrad, to publish their work, get feedback on it from their peers, and have it be appreciated by others. Because typically at that age, you're not publishing work in recognized journals or publications like a pro. The goal was to make YSI a platform where young science scholars can meet people who they might work with in the near future. In a world so disconnected, we want STEM-inspired students to build lifelong connections from a young age, learn from each other, support each other's work, because ultimately the essence of STEM lies in its collaborative nature. STEM is so much more, so much better really when done as a team. And we want to make that possible for students around the globe. And leadership at YSI is key. We have YSI members like Cesca stepping up to lead initiatives and programs to develop scientific leadership skills, which have a lasting impact, whether that be being the leader of a chapter, leading programs like STEM Quest, organizing study sessions, or helping create a new initiative entirely. These have not only been integral to YSI and its growth, but has also helped our members become more and more involved in key initiatives that have made a difference in the lives of students and in their local communities. Jessica?
So in numbers, it's incredible to see the YSI initiative has over 150 members now from over 30 countries, and we have now 20 chapters. As Amirali said, it's actually a new initiative, but the goal is to make it more local. So we do have smaller groups of people within the larger one that are from the same country, and they work together to make something that is more local and based in their university or in their high schools. We also have 9 partners that you can see there from all around the world who have worked together on research initiatives, developing mentorship programs for a variety of different students. And they're all still working together now, and we're working also for a new initiative in the upcoming months. And you can see here all the different YSI chapters and also the Italian one. So Amioli already talked a little bit about our initiatives, but first of all, we host webinars, which are probably one of the most important things for us because they make us more global and we can reach to every single STEM student that is interested in these topics. And the goal is to have scientists, researchers, and doctors talking about their scientific research, but also their personal career breakthroughs, so that the students are able to see them firsthand, talk to the experts, and maybe one day eventually go into their lab, participate in research, and learn firsthand without having not only to go through the theory of the books, but also talking with the actual experts. Anyone is obviously free to join our webinars and organize our webinars, which is the most important thing. We have hosted workshops in partnership with a couple of our partners so that our members can learn things like coding and how to discover research opportunities in 1 maximum 2 hours. And we also have all of them registered and on our website so that people can access them later. Obviously, we look forward to have more and more of them, but especially through the chapter initially, but also all the other chapters that will come in the future.
For our courses initiative, we were envisioning something like Khan Academy. Of course, not nearly as cracked as that, but the goal was to assemble a team of primarily university students with an expertise in a particular area of STEM, and through their help, develop courses that anyone can take on our website and improve their knowledge on specific STEM topics, mainly through quizzes. We want to eventually expand this by making video tutorials on how to perform different scientific techniques, practical lab skills, etc. So that is something that we are very excited to start working on soon. Chapters we already covered. STEM Circles is a new initiative actually that we launched a couple of months ago. The goal of this initiative is to more deeply embrace the uniqueness of people in youth STEM initiatives, giving YSI members the opportunity to share their knowledge and skills across diverse scientific topics in a virtual sharing circle where everyone can contribute and discuss fascinating research in STEM or share career-changing experiences with one or more people orchestrating it. So the goal of this initiative specifically is to increase the cohesion of the community so that people in YSI can get to know each other better, they can share their knowledge, and in small groups, and most of all to learn from each other.
And finally, we have actually one of my favorite initiative because it's the podcast, and we're actually starting it right now. And it's called Across STEM with YSI. And in this podcast, we actually interview STEM-inspired students all across the world to learn about their passion for STEM and the project that they've been working on. We'll be starting actually, I think, in a week from now. And we have multiple episodes that will be posted both on our websites, but also on Spotify. And so to actually anyone in the audience that want to talk about their experiences, it would be an amazing opportunity to also get more of a public showing and be able to learn from other students as well.
Probably the most impactful thing we've had so far at U7 Initiative has been our programs. We've had STEM Quest, a workshop-style speaker series in partnership with one of our partners, MedExplorer, where presenters from around the world host speaker sessions and workshops on topics from the neuroscience of perception, and machine learning to bioprinting and public health and prevention, which is a session that Rosario actually hosted recently. These bite-sized sessions feature an international audience who all share the same love and curiosity for STEM research and career building that literally go a long way. We've had two editions of STEM Quest so far. The most recent one was just last month in July and June, with a combined audience of about 200 people who presented or participated in the program, and we will be having a third one at the end of this year or early next year. Another program that we've been planning and are about to start is with another one of our partners, an amazing organization called Research Girl. It's called the Summer 2025 Independence Research Group, a 2-month research mentorship program, which runs from this month to October, in which students are paired with experienced mentors who will help them complete a research project on a scientific topic of choice, which they will then present at the end of the program. This program is huge because it gives high school students the opportunity to learn about the research process step by step and gain valuable experience in research with the guidance of a knowledgeable person who's done a lot of research and has a lot of experience before they go into university and dive into their research careers. So in a sense, it's like having a head start. We're super excited to begin this program this coming week with Research Girl, and we expect it to be absolutely amazing.
And for the future programs, we have both STEM Mentor and Actons. And for STEM Mentor, we want to have usually an older student at the end of their bachelor degree or even older and graduate to work with a more younger from 1 to 4 people usually. And so that they can go through all the different, both application processes, but also research processes with an actual mentor. Then for the hackathons, you obviously know what hackathons are, and we will probably plan our first one either later this year or the beginning of next year. And for the Italian chapter, it was born this May, but we haven't done any events, as I said before, because obviously it was exam session and summer. We divided it into one small team that will lead all the different events, and we want to go through the universities in Italy. So obviously anyone is welcome to join. And then we have a second part, which is instead research-wise. And we have smaller groups that are going to probably work mostly on systematic reviews and also on how to process research, because we have both students that are at the end of their bachelor degree, but also students that are both in high school and at the beginning of the degree.
All right, thank you so much for listening. I don't know if there's time for questions, but if you have any, feel free to ask.